Baby, you the shit, you should be walking with your nose up. Baby, I'm with it if you with it.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kanayo. You can call me Miss Prissy with a flush up belt. And today I'm going to be doing my Talk a Lot Thursday. And on this one, it's not going to be like about regular day stuff or petty drama or anything like that. This one is going to be a serious one. So I'm going to be dedicating this one to Black History Month. And I don't know if everybody know this or not. So that's why I decided to do it, because I didn't know it at a point in time either. So I'm gonna be telling y'all about this young boy and his story. His name is George Stinney Jr. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing his last name right. I know I'm probably messing it up. But this is about his execution. And I'm going to tell y'all how this started. So this is not just something I looked up just to do for my video. So back in 2015, the year I graduated, one day, I believe it was around this time too, around February, Black History Month. And for me, that 2015 was my senior year. So I only had a couple of classes because I had like good credits and stuff like that my senior year. So I was like really bored during school sometimes because I didn't have a class to go to. So I don't know how I came across this or what made me like try to look into or anything like that. But long story short, I had I believe it was, I seen a picture of him and how young he was. So I wanted to know more about it. And I spent the whole day at school and everything looking up him and his story. And then I found out that he has a movie. They have a movie out. It's called I watched it on YouTube too that day. It's called Carolina Skeletons. And it was like a 2-hour movie, and I watched it and I was blown back about his story and what led for him to get killed. So I'm just gonna give y'all some facts about him and his story and just talk to y'all about what happened. So this took place in 1944. And if you see me looking down, it's because I wrote some notes because I want everything that I'm saying to be facts and not, just me trying to go off. I don't want to mess nothing up. But anyway, so it happened in 1994. He was 14 years old, very young. And I think also that's the reason why, like, I had to look into it to see, like, what happened, because I think it kind of, like, tugged at my heart a little bit, because my siblings, I have 3 younger brothers, and 2 of them are, like, 1 year apart. And they was around the time that I found the story, they was around 14 and 13. So I think that's why, like, it really hit home for me, like, wow, like, if this was back in that time, like, this could have been my brother that this happened to. So let's get back to it. So this happened in South Carolina, and he was the youngest person to be executed using an electric chair, and he was 14 years old. So, and the reason this happened was because he was found guilty of murdering 2 young white girls, one named June and she was 11, and the other one, her name was Mary and she was 8, and they was brutally murdered. So at the time, him and his little sister were the last people to see them. So I guess that's part of the reason what I guess the police thought that he had something to do with their death. So the investigation on the investigation was, I don't think it was, I don't know the right word to use for it, but I don't know, me looking and reading about the whole situation on it, I honestly think that they were just trying to find somebody to blame for these two little girls getting murdered. And I wish I would have watched the movie before I record this video, but the movie is just, it's a really good movie. You guys should really go see it. I said go see it like it's in theaters. You you guys should really look up the movie and see it. But I was just so, I was so messed up when I seen it. It just, I don't want to go through all those emotions again, because I don't know, like I said, this story is just crazy for this person, for this little boy to be so young and for this to happen to him. So it's just a lot for me even to watch the movie, honestly. So I'm studying so much. And he was questioned, like, when they brought him in to question him, he was alone. His parents wasn't with him. He didn't have an attorney. So for him to be 14 and have to be questioned by the police with nobody there, it's crazy to me. Like, how? So the police claim that he confessed to killing them, and that the reason why he killed them was because he wanted to have sex with the 11-year-old. So once again, when he got questioned, he was alone. No parents, no attorney, just him and the officers. So they had a 2-hour trial for him, and it took the jury 10 minutes. 10 minutes, y'all, to deliberate and find this young man guilty. That's crazy to me. And then they say that he confessed, but still, they didn't have no physical evidence that this little boy did it. So when they picked him up, they didn't find no bloody clothes, like nothing connected him to the crime scene, like none of that. So it's just crazy how things were working back in 1944. So, and then the defense attorney didn't call any witnesses, and also there was no record showing of the confession that he had made. No record showing that really happened. So that's, and then later on, I'm not sure if because I was reading reports about this where they had went and talked to the family. I'm not sure when they found this part out, but it says that he had an alibi. He was with his sister at the time of the murder, but they were too terrified to come forward to say that. You know, the family was too scared, and the sister was too scared to say that he was with her at the time that these young girls got murdered. So that's another thing. He had a whole alibi of where he was at, which was nowhere near the crime scene. So then, what else do I got? And also, as he was locked up and going through trial and all this, so I had read statements saying that the police had threatened the family, and they had ended up leaving town. So it was 84 days after the girl's death that George was sent to the electric chair. Mind you, so for those 84 days or all that time he was in jail, he didn't see an attorney. He didn't see his family, none of that. Like, his family didn't get to say their goodbyes to him or anything. And that's just hard to wrap your mind around. Like, just to think, like, I bet you he was like so afraid of 14-year-old by himself in jail and having to deal with the fact that he just got sentenced for something that he didn't do. and then it's a death sentence at that, the electric chair. So in the reports it says that he was so small that he had to sit on books to reach the headpiece for the electric chair. That's how small he was. So that just tell you, like, that's that is just a lot to take in. That's a lot to take in. That tells you right there that he had no business getting a death penalty to that extent of an electric chair. And also in the report, it said that the I guess the officer that was on duty or whoever was there had, cause y'all know back in the day where they used to do the electric chair, people could come sit and watch, and I would never want to sit and see somebody get electrocuted. I don't see how they could. I don't see how people did that. I could never do that. That's no. But anyway, so the person, I guess the officer had took off his mask, because I guess they have a mask covering their face when it's happening, and they took off his mask to show the crowd him like crying and scared, and that's even more sick. Like you can only imagine how scared this boy was. Like think, sit here. Oh, I'm stuttering. Sit here and think about when you were a 14-year-old, and imagine to be going through something like that. You know, it's crazy. So if you don't know the story or the facts about this, or if this is your first time hearing it, make sure you just take out a couple minutes out your day and to look it up and really watch the movie. The movie is, I'm telling you, the movie is really good. But it's also, like, if you're an emotional person like me, it's a lot. So that's why I said I couldn't watch it again. You know how some movies where you only could watch it one time? That's definitely the type of movie that me myself, I only could watch that one time. Like, and knowing me, I probably cried the first time I watched it, cause that's just a lot. So, like I said, the name of the movie is Carolina Skeletons, and I believe the movie is on. I don't know if it's still on YouTube, but that's how I watched it when I watched it the first time. It was on YouTube, and it was like 2 hours long. But yeah, so that's what I wanted to talk about this. I hope you like I said, I hope you look into it so you can learn about it, because it's definitely history, and it's definitely, this the perfect time. It's Black History Month, so it's good to know, different people's stories and what they have to go through. And I'm happy that the legal system it's not the best, but it have came away from what it used to be. Like, I can only imagine how many deaths and how many murders and just how much stuff people used to get away with back then, and how easy it was to, like, find somebody and just blame them just because the color of their skin, or just because you could. So yeah, so that's what I take from the situation. Comment, subscribe to my channel if it's your first time seeing my face, and hit the bell to get notifications for when I upload new videos. And don't forget to follow me on IG at Miss Prissy. And until next time.